Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, Attention and ADHD coach Jeff Copper. I'm here today with a parenting tip for you. As a parent, our gut reaction is to when our kids or adolescents are not doing something right. Our typical response is really to tell them what they're not supposed to do. And I learned from my mother a long time ago, it's better to tell them what they are supposed to do as opposed to what they're not supposed to do. You see, kids are really very creative, and if you tell them what they're not supposed to do, they're going to find a loophole. So, for example, if you tell a child not to run down the hallway, it doesn't mean they can't skip, crawl, or ride on those little wheelie shoe things that they've got. But if you are to walk with your both feet on the ground slowly down the hall, it really eliminates those other opportunities. The other thing too about this is interesting, as a parent, particularly of an ADHD kid, you actually get to learn a little bit about self-regulation. Because after all, that's what ADD is. It's really not so much of a deficit of attention, but rather a self-regulation. And in other videos, I've talked about how the brain, think of the brain as like a two-layer system. There's the automatic brain, and then there's the executive functioning brain. And the executive functioning brain is very effortful because it's got to step in and override the automatic brain. So as a parent, when you're sitting there and you have to think about instruction for your child in order to tell them what they are to do and not what they're not necessarily supposed to not to do, then you actually have to regulate your impulsive reaction. So there's kind of a two-pronged approach here. Number one, by telling children what they are to do, you're eliminating the loopholes and making it easier to be kind of consistent. At the same time, in order for you to execute that, you yourself have to experience what it's like to regulate yourself and override that automatic response. So I hope that you've found this tip valuable. I hope that you are motivated to subscribe to our channel. We have lots of videos and lots of tips both for kids, parents, adults, or just really anybody impacted for those with ADHD. So we hope we enjoyed our tip of the day.